All right, next thing we're going to do. We are going to react to the craziest Skip Bayless NBA takes of all time.
Man, this old man be tripping.
He looked like he just said the most trifling thing ever, bro. He's like, I dare you to say something.
We're going to grade these takes based on whatever you want. It's Skip Bayless, so it's not how good they are. All the takes are horrible. So on performance art, grade these takes.
All right.
Listen,
whatever you want. Whatever means
that's
to
what I'm
you.
saying. If we're strictly talking about performance art, one of the greatest of all time.
Yes. We're talking about anything else outside of performance art? Not so much. But we're here to look at his, I don't know if you want to call him worst or most outlandish, whatever the verbiage. His tank discography. The best that Skip Bayless has to offer to this world.
When you think of the word hater, his picture pops up, bro, in the definition book.
Yep.
Easy.
So here we go. First up.
Talking about, he said in the definition book instead of the dictionary.
You know what I mean?
The definition book.
It's like there's a word for that.
We're going to start with the LeBron hate, obviously. Let's go back to the beginning. May 2009, LeBron will never win an NBA championship. The start of it all. This is the birth of Skip Bayless. When he first decided LeBron is the guy he's going to hate. It really, when you think about that, this started it all. This birthed modern sports media.
It did.
In the worst way possible, but it did. This is an influential take that he took and ran with.
Just because of how influential it was, I have to give it an A. So many people at this point, because LeBron had won 2 MVPs at this point, just lost in the Eastern Conference Finals, hadn't been back to the finals in a mere 3 years. Yeah, it was looking kind of scary, and Skip was...
But like it wasn't, though. But like he was the best player in the NBA, like 25 years old, and he decided, I'm going to say this guy sucks. That was so trendsetting to just pick the clear-cut best guy who will obviously win a championship and be like, fuck him. He's never going to win.
He was just trying so hard to be first to something so nonsensical. And seeing... I respected standing on this take, and he did it for so long, even to this day. But... it's just not good talk. It's not good for the brain at all. Yeah,
I'm going to go F just because he got so much better over the years. This is the birth of it. This is when he was in his junior state. He got a lot better at standing against LeBron over the years. I'm going to give this one an F to start. Next up, 2013. There is no way that LeBron James is already a first ballot Hall of Famer. So, not first said he's not going to win. Then he won, and he's like, not in the Hall of Fame yet, though. He kept changing his perception.
In 2013, LeBron was a... Now, I can't remember if this was in June or post-finals, but let's just assume this is post-finals.
Back-to-back MVP.
This is mid-Heatles.
Yeah.
Mid-Heatles. 4-time MVP, 2-time champion, Olympic gold medalist.
Twice.
A scoring leader, consistent first-team all-defense. And he said, nah.
He was second in DPOY that year.
And he said, you know what? He got to wait. He has to wait. Maybe second ballot, not first ballot.
And then he was like, I mean, if we're being serious, Tiago Splitter is a first ballot Hall of Famer. Anybody's a Hall of Famer. But not LeBron.
Yeah, this is just not even funny at this point in time. It's just irritating. And that's a lot of Skip Bayless. It's funny because he stands on it and he's so like firm in his belief. But actually just listening to the statement, it just makes me lose all interest in just like I get this more off of my screen.
See, it gets funny over time. It wasn't funny yet. Right now it's eye rolly. Another F, but we'll get there.
Easy F.
Next up, LeBron is not a top 5 player in NBA history. So first, he's not going to championship. Then he wins one. It's not Hall of Fame though. Then obviously that got shut up. We come to 2016, November 2016. So after the 3-1 comeback, and he says, not top 5 all time though. The third goalpost shift.
Let's see, top 5 at that point would have been like LeBron, Kareem, Mike, Magic, and whoever else you want to put. You know what? Again, not the best time to say it, but if he had waited, if he had said it 3 months earlier, right? Before the comeback, maybe you can have any type of argument that he's not top 5. Once you get that 3-1 comeback, yeah, you got it.
You're cemented in history at that point in time.
This is the point at which I start respecting Skip Bayless and the player hating. This is the point that we're 7 years into this experience, and you've continued to find ways to say, nope, 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 nope. And LeBron has continued ways to say yes, 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 and you just keep shifting. At this point, I'm like, keep going. Let's see where this lends us. I'll give him this an A.
Yeah, because it's not like he's leaning on stats to back him up. It is pure nuh-uh.
Not like that. No. Don't think so.
Exactly.
I'm giving this a D because at this point in time, for me, I was 16 years old when he made this take. I'm like, oh shit. Like, he's actually a dumbass, and it's starting to become actually funny. Let me keep on watching this garbage show.
This is where it progressed to Skip Bayless' prime. After first take, undisputed FS1 era, he was on top of the world. He'd perfected the craft by now.
Yeah.
It was no more, I think so-and-so was better, so one-on-one. It's, I think everybody's better than LeBron, actually. I think LeBron sucks. He just took it to the next level and made himself a cartoon.
And he had to. It's a very clear example of being elevated by your teammates, right? Because when you're on first take and it's him and Stephen A is also a Michael Jordan, like he's the GOAT kind of guy. But he's just trying to be like, listen, let's just have some common sense.
Yeah.
The moment you put Shannon Sharp, Mr. GOAT James on the other side, now it's like, I have to step my game up. Iron sharpens iron.
Yep.
And that's what Skip Bayless did in 2016.
You are absolutely correct. This man, Shannon Sharp, pulled up to a show one day wearing a whole GOAT mask, Henny, and he had cigars and all that. I believe it was after
been a
the
wild boy
2016
for a long time.
Yeah, it's been in his blood. But seeing what he's been able to do, Skip specifically, and how he just continuously just gets more and more crazy from this point on, it's still a D for me.
Okay. And here we are to perfection. If he trained for 2 months, 52-year-old LeBron James would beat 30-year-old LeBron James in a one-on-one.
A+.
This is the best take of all time.
It's
A+.
It's the one.
This is the funniest thing anybody's ever said in sports media.
What
A+.
makes you even think about 52-year-old Michael Jordan 1v1ing LeBron James, damn near peak of his powers at 30 years? Why?
Hatred.
What do you gain from
He got a
that?
vial of hatred, rolled up his elbow. That's what makes you think of that. Pure hatred directly injected into the veins.
And mind you, some people believe this. As soon as Skip said it, it was a legit debate. Someone was like, well, if you think about it, you know.
There are many unks around the country.
On a good day.
Many unks around the country in barbershops, in AutoZone waiting rooms that'll hear this and be like, I like the way this guy thinks. Yeah, he knows his audience.
Like, he just woke up one day and this is the most productive thing that he was able to think of. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to say this on air and spew this nonsense.
And his reasons were like, when it comes to pure willpower, the lights will be too bright. LeBron won't be able to keep up. That's just good. That's just good TV. That's just good TV right there.
Bro, go take your wife on a date. What are we talking about right now, man? How is this productive? Damn.
He's like, go to brunch.
Damn, man.
Go play bingo.
One of the most hilarious, I don't know if this is on this list, it's probably not, but one of the most hilarious things that Skip has said is that I think he said this on air about his wife. He was like, I looked at my wife and I'm like, you will never be number one in my life. Yeah. You are always number two to LeBron and what I have to talk about on air.
Hey, she doesn't pay the bills. LeBron does.
Exactly. Top tier.
He knows where the important parts of life are at. But fair enough. This is where we get to A+ takes. This is where we get into pure craftsmanship.
Yeah.
We're at the peak now. Winning the 2020 finals actually hurts LeBron's legacy because it was an absolute cakewalk.
Again. People believe this.
People believe this shit?
People actually believe this. And this is really where, like you said, this is where the craftsmanship comes in. Because it's one thing just to say nonsense. It's another thing to start bringing people on your side. This is just good leadership on his point.
When you say LeBron isn't a top 20 player of all time, you're just stupid. When you sprinkle in just enough biased logic that you can get some people on your side, that's when you hit the peak of what you do. And this is that.
Using the idea that the bubble championship is a fake Mickey Mouse championship. Shout out to you. That is the type of arguing that they teach you in law school. Right? That's what you pay Harvard for. To hit all the loopholes.
Using your stupidity for good. This is ingenuity. This is what you do when your brain doesn't work that well. You use it for chaotic evil or chaotic good, whatever we want to call it. Craftsmanship.
He is a true witch in my mind for this take because he cultivated a whole entire cult of just people who just started spewing Mickey Mouse ring, Disney ring, and all this other shit. And like you guys said, people believe it. And this is like truly like one of the special talents that's ever been able to touch this earth. The level of hate to say you did the thing and say that the thing is not good is crazy. He's a witch. There's no explaining this at all.
What a guy.
He's literally evil eye, bro. He's all the negative things in the Bible.
He said, I hate him. We got this take from 2022. The Lakers finally win a game decisively in spite of LeBron suffering yet another dismal 3-point night. 0 for 7. Rest of the team was 17 for 36 from 3. Westbrook had more impact than LeBron with a triple-double. This is the kicker, the last sentence. LeBron now rivals Westbrook. Well, I can't talk. LeBron now rivals Westbrook for the NBA's worst three-point shooter.
To do this in a December basketball game. He's up every morning, 5 a.m., watching highlights, crafting his takes, making sure, is my hate good enough? Is there a different angle that I can get this hate off? It's amazing. Again, 2 days after Christmas. Go be with your family.
Nope.
Right?
I'm getting these takes off.
Like, what's going on, man? Like,
who hurt you? You know
LeBron. Next one. Back to 2012. We're done with LeBron stuff. Underrated. Austin Rivers has star power. Overrated. Bradley Beal just didn't see it enough.
What does that mean?
It means, hey, Bradley Beal, no it factor. Austin Reeves, clutch gene. That's what it means.
Okay, he tweeted this right after, a couple of days after the 2012 draft, I believe.
Yes. So he was calling it a shot that Austin Reeves is going to be better than Bradley Beal.
Horrendous. He has, his draft track record is fucking terrible. I can understand being moved by Austin Reeves because he was one of them ones back in them high school and college.
Austin Rivers
Reeves,
had one of the best high school mixtapes out there. He was still a top 10 pick.
Yeah.
Had a very clutch shot on ESPN. The signs were there. Bradley Beal was the 3rd overall pick and was a shooter.
Yeah.
Sniper. So, I mean, listen, if you play this out over the next 15 years, yeah, he's probably ahead of like the Bradley Beal's overrated. You could probably get him there.
Oh, we're giving him half credit?
A little bit.
Okay.
A little bit.
Well, Bradley Beal was not overrated, though. He played very well for a number 3 pick, made an all-star team. So, like, he lived up to what you want from that draft pick.
I'm trying to find anything for Skip. This take is bad. It's not a good one.
Horrible take. F tier. Next up, Derek Fisher will prove to be a much better NBA head coach than Steve Kerr.
Oh, God. So around this time was when Steve Kerr was like betting for jobs, and I think he was being interviewed by the New York Knicks as well. I can understand the logic a little bit.
Why? He just pulled the shit out of thin air. What does he know about either of their coaching potentials?
Exactly, I agree. Because he's not a Steve Kerr guy. That's what it is, bro. He's like, bitch made, he got punched in the face by MJ. That's what it is, bro. And Derek Fisher never mind. We didn't
know about that till way later.
At this point, no.
Yeah.
But
you're right.
Yeah, but listen. Sometimes you like to go to the casino. I'll put something on red, I'll put something on black, right? We'll see what happens. It's a 50-50 chance. Either he's better or he's not.
He didn't put it on white this time.
Exactly.
Johnny Football will one day be bigger in Cleveland than his buddy LeBron ever was.
This is on the Mount Rushmore of Skip Bayless takes.
It's on the Mount Rushmore of anybody takes.
Yeah.
This is a seminal moment in sports media history. If you guys weren't there in 2014 for the Johnny Football hysteria, just know there is nobody more hysterical than Skip motherfucking Bayless. This is the pinnacle. He took it. Everybody was saying, oh, is Johnny Manziel going to be this? Johnny Manziel going to be that? Not only did he say Johnny Manziel is going to be a star, he's going to be the biggest star in the world, is what he said.
Why did he say bigger in Cleveland?
Because he got drafted to the Browns.
Yeah, I know, but he was so targeted towards LeBron James. Like, this has... Bro, I understand, like, he does football too, of course, but why is he just mentioning LeBron every opportunity that he has? It just doesn't make any sense. I understand it, but, man, he's just so targeted as a hater, and he's so committed to it.
What you call this is 2 birds, 1 stone.
Yeah.
Exactly. Efficiency. I'm going A+.
Holy flop.
A+. A+. Holy flop, correct. Also A+, correct.
When it comes to the skillfulness of hating, he has mastered the art.
Time out. What time is this?
Oh my God, 4:35 a.m.?
He was up early, drinking his smoothies, dreaming about Johnny Football in Cleveland.
Brother, go take care of your wife, man. What is going on?